The following podcast may be explicit. One Joe Young presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.
All right, welcome to the Shed here with us, these folks in the Shed. Again, find us online, adventuresfromtheshed.com. Of course, we are on the YouTubes. Half of Chris's head is there right now. The Facebooks and all the other places that you may find us online. We are back playing a Cyberpunk campaign that Chris is masterfully mimicking everything possible in Cyberpunk with zero errors for anyone who wants to validate that. Right? I mean,
I know there's one guy's going to dig me on it, but it's
you do know one guy's.
It's our future. It's our world.
Yeah.
And I mentioned Chris. Chris, why don't you say hi?
Hey, it's Chris doing the Game Master thing and also the Hot Pineapple Master thing. Although I'm lacking hot pineapple right now.
You know, there's a reason.
I have some
that.
chilled pineapple at home. I'm going to tear into, and I'll send you a pic there.
All right.
You don't mind the chilled pineapple, right?
Make sure you heat it and send me a picture of it steaming.
I'm going to do this in one piece, though, but I'll do it.
And hey, this is Kurt. I am playing Kenji Jalast, known to his friends as X, or the X-Man.
X-Tasty.
Like hot pineapple.
And I'm Joe. I am playing Lance Birdman, or Hawk, as he is known to everybody who knows he is named Hawk.
Or Tweety Bird.
Because that's how it works. And we're all here. Let's go with maybe a little of the recap of what happened last time.
What happened, guys?
Do you want to go with
So we got in the Camaro, chains on the tires, threw a couple of possibly good RPGs in the back, and headed off. Spent a fair bit of time rolling, hit a border checkpoint, and found that, Pittsburgh was on lockdown. That's where we were headed. So we said, well, how are we going to get in there? Reached out to a couple of contacts and got ourselves across the border into the nightclub called Wonderland, hence Through the Looking Glass.
Right. We got there with the help of Izzy, who was the first contact that I met, X met at the airport.
Which I really didn't do anything for the accent. I was really trying to do an Izzy Moreno from Miami Vice, but I just didn't feel like that. It was really hard to pull off, I think.
That's what he said.
Yeah, so Izzy hooked us up with our next contact, who he called the Queen of Hearts, I believe. Mm-hmm. And she works out of the Wonderland Club, which is kind of a 3-level modern dance club, concert venue, sex club. Yeah, postmodern. And so as we fit, there was we worked our way up there. X had to give up his katana.
But he'll get it back when he regains consciousness.
Right. So this crazy woman who had essentially sort of a moving tattoo all over her body with
dragons and hearts.
She's obviously our contact. We negotiated a price for her to get us to the hospital as quickly as possible. But then at the end, as we followed her, she'd obviously, something about her presence or technology or drug or something has affected us and made us weird. And then at the end of the episode, we blanked out. I think that's where we left off.
That is right where we left off. Mm-hmm. So everything went dark.
And it's still dark. Do you guys are both your eyes cyber, or just one of your eyes each, or you have both cyber? I know I thought were just one, but
I think, let's go with one. I just don't remember. That's what we'll do. The thermographic low light.
Right, because you have 2 options per eye. So what was yours? I don't know. Or did you even take it?
I didn't have anything on the eyes. No, I had the hearing enhancement. Okay. And I had some other cyber enhancements, but not eye stuff.
Okay, that's fine. So you both hear in your head, "Wake up!" But you see a white rabbit in your eye. But it only seems to be registering. You almost seem like you're still asleep, but it's registering in your cyber eye.
We got a right title for this episode.
We did, yeah.
It's awesome.
All right, I try to wake up.
Yeah, you guys definitely feel like you're out of sorts. You definitely feel like you're probably drugged, but it's kind of weird. You still feel good, but groggy, but euphoric, but kind of out of it. All senses are kind of like on overload. Like you feel like if you touch something, it kind of pushes it back against you. Everything's like really hypersensitive. Everything's very loud. Even like now you're in a room that's very low light and it's quiet, but everything still sounds like you'd almost hear like the silence. It's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even though it's very low light, you can see better than you would normally see with your human eye.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that more because you're all human eye, right? He's got one cyber dot, so it's not affecting that eye, obviously. But yeah, so it's kind of low light.
Is this like an augmented reality White Rabbit? Kind of. I just see a White Rabbit on my.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little White Rabbit head bouncing there. You hear, "Get up, wake up! You're late! You're late! You're late!" But you only hear that.
Yeah.
But you could sense. I would say you could almost both. You're not sure if it's your breathing or somebody else's breathing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the girl still there?
You don't know. You haven't opened your eyes completely.
So I will do that.
Okay.
You can look and reach around.
You can see another. Looks like another silhouette on the floor, a few feet away from you. And it looks like it's just like almost like a chromed out room with nothing on it. Just nothing. No furniture. Just the room's chromed out, and the lights are like barely on. It's like just very low. You can hear the hum of the light at low power.
I gotta make sure X is awake. X, wake up. What the hell's going on?
So is this a room? Did it look to Hawk like they just dumped us in here, like a storage room or an interrogation room, or it's not like a club room?
No, yeah, it looks like it's completely like chrome, shiny room. Obviously, you can't really see how shiny it is because it's dark in here. Doesn't look like there's like any door at all.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks like it's, or even any vents. It's like a chromed out room. It's very smooth.
Right.
But there's four corners, so it's not like a, not a circular room. It's
Have we been relieved of all of our weaponry?
Yes. Although except he still has his
Cyber blade thingies.
So I think X would like take his sunglasses off and kind of look around and like, put them back on.
I guess it is really dark in here.
He's not sure as he's waking up what's going on. It says, "Yeah, where are we? What happened?"
That's a damn good question, and I want to ask the voices in our heads, or the voice in our heads. Where are we, and who are you?
You don't hear anything.
I see a White Rabbit.
Should we follow
Only
him?
on
That's
the
what you do
cyber
with
eye.
White Rabbits, right?
Yeah. Well, we got to figure out who else is in the room with us. What's this figure over here on the floor?
That's him.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right, kick him then. Get up.
Am I the only other figure, or is Cassidy with the
Cassidy's not in the room.
Oh, damn it. I guess we failed.
What is the
back to LA?
What is the what is the discern realities move for this game?
Check the situation.
I think we should check the
Like, it's
situation,
time-
don't you?
I think it is time for you to do that.
And because I
It's
have
plus sharp.
my hearing enhancement gives us an extra question.
Cool. I get one with the thermographic low light eye cyber enhancement too.
Extra question?
Yeah, but let's go with yours first and see what we got.
All right, rolling dice. You ready for the dice cam?
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, baby. 9 on the
on
dice.
the die.
Plus sharp. Let's see what my sharp
And we are
is.
starting to see part of your screen because you keep tilting it farther back.
Gotta get that porn off there. I keyed.
No, you don't. It really is that.
No. Really, when I can't focus. Only 2 players. It's too much. Plus sharp.
Plus sharp, yeah.
All right, so that's plus 1, which gets me to 10.
That's a 10.
What is that?
So that's probably all the questions we can know. So we got, the questions are the typical, actually, they're not that typical.
I bet they're a little different.
What is my best escape, access, evasion route? Which enemy is most vulnerable? Which enemy is the biggest threat? What is my enemy's true position? What should I be on the lookout for, and who's really in control?
We definitely are going to want to know what we should be on the lookout for and our best escape route. How many do we get?
It is 3.
3 plus
Well,
the 1?
4, yeah.
So, okay.
So tell us everything.
Yeah.
Power.
Who's in charge? What should we be on the lookout for? How do we get out of here?
The first thing I would want to know is the best escape, access, evasion route. Slash.
So I always view this discern realities like we're not just sitting there and all of a sudden you know this. It's like a perception check, or we're walking around, or investigation
Exactly.
check.
We're walking around and
we're
checking
studying,
out, and that's exactly
tapping on the walls.
Right, so what it says is when you assess a tense or dangerous situation. So that's what we're doing.
I'm looking for cameras. I'm like just trying to figure out what the deal is.
All right, so you assume that there's nothing completely visible in the room. It looks like just like chrome-plated walls. There's the lighting fixtures, so you might be able to access something up there. You're probably being monitored, but you can't see anything specific that would say like this is a camera or not. But things can be hidden. Also, when you're doing this, your eye kind of goes dead, like the White Rabbit shuts down, and your eye goes dead for a little bit, but you start seeing a bunch of code like zipping by.
So I got to
one eye like crazy. What were your other questions on there? So you had.
So we wanted to know.
So you might think you could probably, you might be able to pull something out through the lighting system, possibly. That's the only thing right now, because it doesn't even look like there's a door to this room right now, or the floor or the ceiling. Besides some of the way the lighting is, and it's still like it's not sticking out like this, right? It's all, it would be like part of the ceiling.
Right.
That's the only thing that's off from the rest of the room is the lighting system. After the code comes down and the White Rabbit comes up, upgrade complete, and then the White Rabbit fades out.
Oh boy!
And you can pick another eye thing if you want.
Okay,
So,
I'd have to look those up.
You do notice that there looks like you could see with that eye that there's probably a door on a certain part of the wall, but you can't see how to access it. But the coloring's different for the wall.
Okay.
Just on your cyber eye.
And what should we be on the lookout for? Indeed.
I would say
Bad guys.
well, the usual stuff, but and maybe even this more so to your character, Hawk, because he used to be ex-military, that you were purposely drugged for tests and things like that to see what you could get away with while being drugged.
Yeah.
So you probably think you're under some hyped up version of LSD, but like cranked out, like it was. Chances are it was pumped through the system here. So everybody that comes to this club is pretty used to it now. It's not a big deal, but if people aren't here,
Okay.
But it's granted LSD doesn't make you pass out, so something else was up.
Okay.
So you're not, and that you could usually take 8 hours to start wearing, to wear off. So you don't know. You guys are still kind of like a little weird. So you don't know. Like it might not affect Hawk as much.
Do we have any timekeeping devices? Like, do we know how much time has passed?
You do not know unless you guys have something built into your.
Yeah, I don't know if we would wear a watch or something. Kurt and Joe wear watches.
And it seems strange given that we just offered $1 million to get us somewhere that we are not, that this has happened.
So there's a door over here.
Yeah, you don't have the White Rabbit now?
No, I got an upgrade though. And that means I need you to look in the PDF at some point.
Look at the.
Oh, you get to pick away.
There's a PDF link in my eye, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have Adobe Reader. I can't open it.
What was your audio things again, by the way?
Mine was I have the ultrasound. I can see in the darkness.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have hearing enhancement that lets me ask an extra question on discern realities.
Okay.
Doesn't necessarily seem directly related, but it is.
Well, you hear something.
What do they call it? Like visual upgrades?
Yeah, it would be like cyber. I don't know how it's listed in the book, but I guess I could have brought the book up too. So
I'm right.
We were up on the.
I can't bring the book up because I got the show up.
The show up.
Yeah.
I'll find it.
I'm showing everyone up, yo.
All right, so every once in a while, Hawk, you notice, and it's even more so using your ultrasound, you could kind of see or notice that there's two big Tweedledee guys walk by the room every once in a while.
Okay. Great.
You're not sure if both of them do, or just one of them keep coming back.
So hey, it seems like they were part of it. The Tweedledee and Tweedledum keep walking around outside. I can see them.
Yeah.
So
it's hearsay.
For your visual enhancements, I think you've got thermographic low light vision.
I do.
There's recorder, which is when you use this device, you gain 1 hold to spend on researching the individual location or event you recorded. There's flare compensator. You do not suffer the effects of bright light like flashbang grenades. Or smart link. When you rock and roll, you never graze the target. Additionally, on a 10+, ignore 1 armor.
That's pretty cool.
I have that.
Yeah.
Is there like upgrades to an upgrade? Can you get like Smart Link level 2?
I can give you one called Cookie Cutter.
What's that do?
So this will be, it wouldn't be in the book, this will be something straight out of Cyberpunk 2020, where, say, for example, for the girl, say like the girl was in a crowd of a bunch of the bad guys, you could just mow them down and it would skip her. You would just, it would cut out the weapon at the same time, and it would cookie cut her out. So you just spray and you wouldn't hit her. So I'll give you that option.
I will write that down. I like that. Cookie Monster.
Better give him the Oreos.
I have to, every time I do it, I have to go, nom, 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 nom.
C is for cookie.
Yes.
That's good enough for me. Because cookie starts with C. All right. We checking the door?
I think it's as long as there's nothing else really in the room.
Yeah, we're going to check the door. And
us out.
If we can't find anything, we should probably knock on it.
Can I tell from the door whether it opens in or out?
It looks like it slides into the rest of the wall.
Okay.
I'm just not sure which way it goes. Because it doesn't look like there's any control panel on this side, but you can kind of see there's something on the outside for sure.
Well, get your blades out and get ready. Because I don't know what's going to be on the other side of this when we open it.
Okay.
I can only hear things that make noise. I know that sounds stupid.
So I've got these, I can't remember what they're called, but
It's considered like a combat knife or something?
yeah, it's treated like a combat knife, but they are hand razors.
Okay.
Cyberware that's built into my wrists. They pop out on demand and retract on demand.
Gotcha.
So let's try opening this door. How do we open it?
I don't know. What are you going to try to do?
You can pry from the corner with a blade or something.
Unless you want to try to like cut behind the wall where the control panel would be on the opposite side. You guys have any security skills? Like, things like that.
That sounds like dropping some science. I will try that. It's roll plus skilled, which
he's not.
Neither of us.
He's all right at. Right?
Yeah,
neither of us is particularly. You failed once today, didn't you?
Today, no, I don't think we had a failure yet.
I thought you had one that was like a 6 or something.
Yeah, but I had a +1.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I made it a 7.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens with this. Well, there you go, Chris. Thanks. There's the 6.
Don't you have a thing now to? Is that for certain skills where you can like do better next time, kind of?
Let's see. I have no. No, actually, hold on. Yeah.
Like you fail, but the next time you can take a plus.
It was adapt and overcome. When I fail, instead of marking experience, instead of failing, I can roll plus skilled again on a take. On a 10 plus, I can take +2 forward on the next move. On a 7 and 9, I take +1 forward. So I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
See if I can double fail it or not.
So it's almost like he's kind of telling you, no, push here, no, right there.
Well, there you go. 7 and 9, I take +1 forward.
Which means so you still don't complete the task you wanted, but next time around you can try to pull it off. Gotcha.
Okay.
So I don't mark experience. Technically, I still didn't do it. I just didn't fail badly enough to mark experience.
Right, gotcha.
I learned something from it now, not for the future.
Yeah, gotcha.
All right, so do I just try it again? I guess we should try. I should just try it again. Like I say, there's got to be poking around at this thing enough. There's got to be a way to open this. So now I just take a +1 onto this roll and see if I just fail outright.
It seems like
it's just burning time because you guys don't know. You guys knew you were on a time
making
schedule.
some noise.
You don't know how long you've been knocked out.
Right.
And
I'm gonna roll these dice instead.
Being stuck in here is whatever.
Oh no! Let's just say this. It's not happening right now. That's a 3 on a dice. That'd be a 1 and a 2, which doth make 3. And
I think Kenji would just stand in the middle of the room and say, "We'd like to see the queen," figuring that someone's monitoring the room and just see if anyone comes.
All right, because they probably see you guys playing around.
they might.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
I probably just trying to figure it out. Broke something. Son of a bitch.
You can notice like one of the big guys comes over to the door. Back away from the door.
Not back away from the door.
All the way to the opposite side of.
Not back away to the opposite side.
What do you do, Kenji?
I think I would do the same thing.
All right, the lights come on super bright. Doesn't really bug you. Bright bugs you a little bit. It's like really bright. But one of your eyes, you can probably switch your patch over. So the other one,
that's the idea.
Normalize it. And the door shifts open. Those two big dudes have to like duck down to get in the room. They come in. Door closes behind them. And they stand there for a little bit. And it seems like maybe another 10, 15 minutes go by before the door opens again and the Queen of Hearts comes in. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with you two. I don't know if you're really worth anything to anybody. Unless you guys can think of something.
How we worth $1 million to you to take us on a simple journey?
I already got a lot more money for that girl than you could even give me. What else you guys got?
Who'd you sell her to?
Who do you think I sold it to? Come on.
Your
I
mama.
thought you guys were a bunch of intellectuals. One of the guys backhands you. Roll D6 of damage.
I guess we might as well see what it is. 2.
You gotta get slammed to the wall.
Your mama, 2. Okay. X. You have more notes than I do. That's what I'm referring to.
Come on, dude. I'm just trying to think. It doesn't seem like a charisma roll is going to help us here, since that got us in this place.
Anything's possible, man.
It could be trying to decide if we just need to attack her and take her as a hostage.
I'm pretty sure they'd kick our ass.
Probably kick your ass. I don't know about mine.
All right, well, let's find out.
No. I mean, I guess we should try to talk to her more first. We got to. I mean, our whole reason for being here is to get this girl delivered. So we've got to find out exactly where she is, and then figure out how to get out of here.
Yeah. I don't know. Would a place like this really care about androids and stuff?
Would she care about that? She don't care.
I'm just trying to think. The knowledge we have, how do we use that with her? And that's what I'm trying to think of. Maybe. Who would she have told her to anyway? I don't know.
What's that?
Who would she have told her to anyway? She made it sound obvious, like I should know.
Who's looking to the who wants to?
But there was a couple of people that were, or a couple of organizations.
Liquid Holdings, Lifelong Cybernetics.
Yeah, but you could kind of consider them like one unit right now. Like they're partnered up with the whole deal.
They are the corporate overlords, right?
Well, for this
area.
Yeah, little craziness that's going on with the whole Android thing.
Okay.
He's thinking to himself that he has to go back and kill Izzy when this is done. Or at least consider it.
Yeah, we don't want the corporations to. We don't want the corporation to take over this stuff. So.
So they're just trying to get their information back. They don't want it. Yeah, because if that gets out, they're going to be screwed, kind of thing.
And if she's already sold it, then money isn't going to make a difference.
Well, she
said she already got more money.
Yeah, but she could do it. Plus, she's trying to think. That's why she's in a dilemma. I'm not sure what to do. I cut you loose. Let's hold you for a while and cut you loose. Do I do whatever I want to? Yeah. Is there an amount of money you could possibly give me that I might be like, think about it.
X has another $4 million, I think.
I mean, what's your name again? Hawk or something?
Lance.
Weren't you dead anyway at one time?
I am dead. Yeah. I'm an asshole.
I was like that line.
Look, we need to get out of here, and we need to know where this girl is.
If you've already got your money, then it doesn't matter to you anymore, so let us go.
Yeah, we're not here to hurt you.
No, of course not. It's just business. It's cost of doing business, whatever.
All right, so the cost of doing business today is you letting us go.
The cost of doing business has gone up. Is she gone? Do you still have her?
She's still in the city, but eventually she'll be gone. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back later. I'll think about it. You guys think about it. I'll think about it. We'll think about it. We're all intellectuals here.
How about we think? We got $4 million left on top of what I promised you. It's $5 million total. That's
like
all we got.
I'll think about it. She walks out. You guys walk out behind her.
I want to go home.
I'm not sure what to do here.
How do I want to figure out how to access the White Rabbit. Who is this person? That's my next step. How do we figure out this person who's saying, you're almost out of time, or you're out of time, whatever it was, and then wake up, you're late.
And is it the guy downstairs that you saw?
Yeah. So how can I try and tap into that? What can I try? What can I do?
I don't know. What can we do?
beep, 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 beep.
You like do certain blinks or
I
something?
mean, to me, it sounds
rub
like
your
I'd
eye?
be dropping some science because I know about my implant. Of course, it's always that's a role.
You also know that it was
anything about.
remotely accessed and the code was upgraded.
Yeah.
You know, your audio was remotely accessed and messages were sent to you. But you don't know if the messages could get out. You know stuff was sent to you, but you don't know if it could get away.
And that's what I want to try. I want to try and send some message back talking about our current situation and what the hell can we do? How do we get out? That's what I want to try.
All right. So how are you going to do that?
Like I said, to me, I hate to say it, but it sounds like I'm dropping science.
I think it is, yeah.
Either that or it's a. I try to remember the staying frosty. I'm acting in spite of imminent danger, fear, or risk.
Yeah.
Because with that, I can actually at least get a +1.
Yeah, that's cool. +1's really
go
cool,
with
especially the way you've been rolling.
Let's go.
Although you already have you got a +1 going forward, right?
Yeah. Well, no, that was on that roll that
that you
failed.
failed.
So that turned the 3 into a 4.
So, but that equals a failure, so you technically would have a +1 for the chip. So we're still going with, we're not using experience.
You
We're
want to do
still
it that way?
using chips, yeah, so you still would have a +1.
Okay. So then I might end up having to use that. So yeah, I'm going to see. I'm going to try and, however I would internally or externally access. I don't know if I have any beep boop buttons on the side of my head or anything, or how does this normally
you could
work?
try to have him, like, it's going to be sloppy, right? Because he doesn't have surgical stuff, and you could try to, like, pull the eye out a little bit, or there's other. Yeah, it depends what you guys want to try to do, like how crazy you want to get. Or, like I said, you could still might be able to access like some of the lighting fixtures. See if there's any electronics you could use that from. Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say that's what X would be doing while he's playing around is checking the lights out.
All right, so let's go about that way.
I will say you have some military training that you know, like I think I could. Like most eyes have a certain like diagnostic I could probably run. And maybe there's something hidden in there I could pull.
That's what I'm going to go for. Let's start with that and see how.
Wow.
Horrible.
Maybe you should use some other dice.
I just did.
You rolled a
3 rolls in a row,
Oh,
3
God.
different sets of dice. And,
eyes.
yeah, that's a 2. And,
So you kind of just like turn your eye off for a little bit. You're trying to he's trying to reboot. He's like, oh, what's
Tell you what, X, I'm going to take a nap.
Was it 3? Was it like Morse code? How do I turn this thing back on?
I better find something up here in
my
the
eye.
lights because
Right in the eye.
yeah. So I would be feeling around manually to try to see if I can I push the lights up and access a tunnel, or is there
You're probably gonna have to slice into like the part of it to open it up.
slice in physically, or
Yeah, slice it with your
my hands,
your what do
my
they call
hand
it?
razors?
Hand razors, yeah.
my mini Wolverine.
Yeah, mini.
Okay, so I mean, do I have to roll to do it?
Yeah, I would say just defy dangers not to get electrocuted.
Okay.
So this might just
Stay
be,
frosty.
stay away from the-
plus
You're basically rolling on.
You might want to pick a couple
You know what?
of
I was gonna say I'm
different
going over here.
Maybe mix it up, like a bright colored one and I don't know.
Oh, see?
7 on the dice
better.
plus what is the?
Yeah, as long as you didn't fail.
Okay.
So you're able to like slice through it and you can kind of see some wiring and stuff back there. You're not sure what's what though, but you might be able to hop on some type of signal and get something.
Yeah. So I've got my data jack. Is that what helps me get into this?
Yeah, so I was trying to figure out which one am I supposed to get into.
Doing a little R2D2 action.
Yeah, which one am I supposed to use here? Because some of this could be power, some could be other stuff, some could be crap goes nowhere. You know.
Data jacks. Yeah. All right. So is that something I would know if I dropped science? Or
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. Something,
Roll skill.
like if his eye wasn't out, you'd have a lot more help.
7 again.
7 total.
You picked up the 7 dice.
Looks like you didn't get into like the door controls, but you accessed a like the camera system, but it's you're not getting. It's kind of like confusing because how you're accessing it, so you're not reading it right. So you're kind of seeing almost old camera stills, and you can see it's hopping around. It's almost going through. You're seeing like too many rooms too fast, and it's like a mix. You can't tell the time signatures. You know, it's definitely been about. You guys have probably been knocked out for maybe 8 hours or so, so it's probably like late evening now.
Okay.
Because just from the timestamps, but you can't tell because everything's out of order. And you also notice you'll see a couple stills. Granted, they're just stills, right? It's not like complete video. You're just getting pieces of stuff because of the way you're accessing it. You can see it looks like to be Z talking with the Queen of Hearts.
Z.
Yeah.
So that's my old partner that I thought was dead. That's interesting.
Twice now. Presuming you share this information. Yeah.
Yeah, which of course I would. This time.
Z's a dick.
Your eye finally comes back online.
There's an app for that. See if I can reach.
You could still.
I think I can reach these chips.
You'll eventually, unless he tries to help you out, you'll eventually get the right data port to get to the door controls.
Okay.
He could try to help you out though to get to it faster using his eye now.
Okay.
So just,
That's right.
Yeah, if you want to aid me.
Yeah.
I can do
Which
things.
I can't remember what that's called. It's what either boosted or glitched or something kind of like that. I can't.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
I think that's what it. That's the
Yeah.
boost is the plus and glitch is the fail.
That's right.
I can't
So I'm
remember
going to
if
put
that's
these
the
here
new-
because I have
install.
to as a reminder to myself. All right, so I guess I'll try it.
Yeah, so this is like still gonna be a time. He's either gonna give you the plus, you're probably gonna get it, or he's gonna screw you up more and just gonna burn more time off the clock.
Guess what's going to happen, Kurt?
He does have 2 chips.
Let's find out.
There you go.
So now we've said that we have a bond,
Yes.
so that makes it a +1. That's a 10.
Yeah.
Even
So I
with
rolled a
chips.
9.
So
Yeah.
he gets you. Yeah, it's that one, that wire, that one right there.
Yeah.
No, that one.
Yeah. The green one with the red stripe.
Yeah.
All right, so
Which to him it's different color, but with your eye it's like it looks different. No, that one.
right.
No, up to the left. A little more. Your other left.
We just had like ginormous pizza, so I apologize.
Tap into that one.
Yeah, so I'm gonna jack into that and hopefully open the doors.
All right, so you jack in and like in your, even though you're not Cyberite, in your mind you see a white rabbit. God damn it! How did it fucking take you guys that long? Jesus Christ!
So you can be a little more helpful. Tell us what's going on. Like, let's go.
You guys just need to get out of here as fast as possible. Just get to the roof, okay? I think your gear is stored on the 3rd level. I'm not sure where yet. I'll try to get to it as soon as I can.
What about the girl?
That's what you got to. We're running out of time. We're running out of time here. Just,
All right.
Just get the door open. Be careful. They're still monitoring this hallway every couple minutes.
Okay.
And so you're going to be sneaking so you can get your gear because I don't think either of you could take those guys out like half naked as you are right now. He means half naked, but you have no gear. You guys still have your clothes.
What level are we
Well, I
on
took
now?
my pants off.
You guys are still in the 2nd level area, so the club level that you kind of came into, but you're in like a back office room area.
If we took our pants off and just ran around with our stuff hanging out, that might shock the guards so much. That
I would
stay by.
I would allow that for shock for a little, but then now you might have a chance to like raise with them, but him trying to just hand to hand a guy might be kind of messy.
I feel like there's often naked guys in science fiction, right?
Makes sense.
That's how the original 300 graphic novel was. The Spartans, they would just have the capes on, they're naked, just charging people with junk hanging out.
You don't want to touch them. They're icky.
All right, so we got to try to stealth it, defy danger to get down the hallway.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, do we know where the staircase or the elevator is?
So we do want to wait whatever the interval is so that they're as far away from the door as possible.
Yeah, which you can monitor.
Pop the door open, and then let's see how.
And then make your way to the gear room.
How fast and quick we can get out of here.
We have to roll the
This would be
on that?
this would be the
So you're trying to be not be noticed, be stealthy.
Now, do you want us each to roll separately?
No, we'll just do one roll right now, or maybe I should have you guys both run one die. Let's do that.
Yeah, like we did before.
Is defy danger? Is that stay frosty in this game?
Yeah, it is. And that is steady, plus steady.
Plus steady.
I think it was steady at least. It's something I have a +1 on.
Yeah.
And I know we keep having to look at it. And there it is. Yep. So roll plus steady. So let's go steady, Kurt. You all right? I got mine. There we go. That's 9 plus. We both have a +1.
Yeah, so good.
Right? You have the 1 on steady?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are able to time it perfectly and not make any noise to get to the room where they're holding all your gear in, and possibly other stuff, depending on how much time you want to waste
Nice.
for stuff.
I don't want to waste too much time, but if there's an obvious extra blade or something, because I don't carry a blade normally,
Yeah.
I'll take a knife. I'll
That's easy enough.
make sure I have all the ammo and everything I need. That way I'll just leave everything as full ammo.
Okay, yeah, it's all your gear.
And any one type of grenade that they might have around? Concussion, flashbangs?
No grenades.
Nothing?
Yeah.
Bastard.
And they don't know you brought the Camaro, so they don't have that information yet.
Is my katana here?
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh, I feel so much better now.
Now you're fully not naked.
That's right. I felt naked before.
Yeah.
All right, so...
And the White Rabbit said you were half naked. All right, so are we in communication still with Rabbit? Hey, we got our stuff. Roof, now?
That's all you remember is Roof. I don't hear anything right now.
Ready, set, go. We're going to the roof.
He only had information on he was jacked into the actual cable.
Okay.
Like, that's the only time he was getting communication.
Gotcha.
All right, well, let's go.
We know where the staircase is?
We should.
Yeah, you know where the
Or
staircase
we
like the elevator would be the access to the next level. You can't go. The staircase will only go to a certain point, then the elevator goes to all three, but they don't let just anybody get into the elevator. And it's always going to be security controlled.
Can we get into the shaft?
Yeah, you could try that. You would still have to bypass at least some security to get to the shaft.
Okay.
And
Can we get to the outside of the building through a window to a fire ladder outside?
You could try that.
That's what I think. Let's go the outside route.
But it might not get you to the roof. It might, and it still would be not necessarily. These are they're windows, but not necessarily like just regular windows. You know? They're gonna be
Cyber windows.
They're going to be beefier.
Well, I'd like to try it. Rather than dealing with people, let's deal with inanimate objects to get out.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Yeah. We haven't been doing too well with people. I'm not sure that it's going to change. The rules aren't going to make much of a difference. So let's try that. Let's get to where there's a window. Do we cut the window, break the window, open the window?
You would probably, the cutting it's not going to work. You think you could probably blast a hole in it with your sniper rifle?
Okay.
It is suppressed. It would be one of those things you'd want to time it maybe, because you could still kind of see where people would be. You'd want to time it to get no, even time it, because even suppressed weapons still make noise.
And the window will make noise.
Right, but you think it's not going to completely blast apart. You're going to have it's going to shatter it, but it's still going to be in one piece.
Okay.
So you're going to have to either pull it in or slowly break it apart.
Good strip clubs have safety glass.
Well, this building does. It's all like a little more bulletproof.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Do you need me to roll for shooting the window?
Yeah, this is more of a don't screw up too
I'm going to stick with
it's really just
dice.
a complete failure, though.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah. At least I know what I'm shooting for.
Don't roll 2 1s or anything.
I didn't. Hey, all right.
So you're able to shatter enough, and it's just going to take some time.
Thank you, Kurt. So that's 8.
Oh, yeah. And so this will still include you guys breaking it apart, not making enough noise, so you can get the window enough of the window moved out of the way where you can get out to a ledge and then try to see where you're going to.
I'm hoping to find the fire ladder or fire escape thing on the side. They usually end up going to the roof in some way, right?
Sometimes.
Or
not this time.
Maybe a drain pipe.
Only because the third floor is the executive VIP lounge, so they don't allow certain access to it.
Okay.
So this definitely goes. You can see a fire escape going down, but it will not go any higher. But you could still climb around.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there a drain pipe or a downspout or something we could climb, or on the windowsills?
And take a rope and grappling hook out of my adventuring gear.
Well, only if you had it.
Do they have that in the room?
No.
The room where our gear.
You could try to just climb.
I think we should try.
Yeah.
I still think we're having.
Because you could definitely try to get to another window level and blast your way into the third floor to get up to the roof too. The other lounge, like the VIP lounge.
Okay. I think it's time for X to make a roll for something. Unless you need his boat to roll again.
I assume this is a Stay Frosty climbing roll.
I would think so. That's
8 on the dice. Plus
I think you have +1 for steady.
Yep. So 9.
All right. Yeah, you're just not going as fast as you'd like, but you're not falling, you're not slipping or anything. There's still snow coming down. It's right. It's freezing cold out. Yeah, it's cold. There's some snow on the building. Icy and stuff. So you're just really actually moving pretty well, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
To get up there.
Okay.
It's up to you if you want to completely try to take this way to the roof. It'll just probably take you a lot longer than going through the building. There's still other things to bypass through the building, so it might even out. It's up to you guys what you want to try to pull off.
I still like the stay outside idea.
I think
even
we
if
keep
it's
going as long
cold
as we
and
can.
hazardous.
All right, so let's have Hawk.
All right.
See if he's going to fly or keep climbing.
He's going to fly. He's going to fall off the building, flap his arms, and end up on the top. That's If it's a Stay Frosty roll, it's a 7.
All right.
So that's not
So-
a 6 plus 1.
You see Hawk's
that's
lagging
that.
behind a little bit. He's a little bit further
Yeah.
behind you. He's really being cautious because he's like, even though he's called the Hawk.
Well, hawks don't climb.
Yeah.
They don't like flying in the snow either. So
Yeah.
those are my excuses.
Yeah, so it's just taking you guys a lot longer. Every once in a while, you'll see a drone drive, boom, pass by or something.
We freeze, make like a building.
Yeah. Try
see
to
nothing.
blend in.
Yep.
All right, if you're sticking, climbing the building. All right, one last roll. Let's do a double, like one of you guys each roll.
Okay.
Dice cam.
We can do it. We can do it. I'm ready.
Dice
I'm ready.
cam.
And
Oh!
I doubled it.
It hurts me in my testicles.
All right, so you guys get to where you think you get to the top, and it's
Right in
blocked
the
off, where you
little-
cannot get to the roof. You're going to have to cut through a window someplace, or a vent. There's actually some venting you might be able to squeeze through. But
Damn it, X. Let's go through the vent.
But it'll probably have some type of security on it. Like somebody will know, unless you could try to bypass the security somehow.
Yeah. Cut the security wire.
Like, it's labeled security wire.
You know what you're doing.
Right. We'd be better to go down through the hallway than through the vent.
Why?
I don't know, it doesn't feel good.
Okay. Let's get us in the hallway then.
All right. Defy danger to go in through the window.
It's the same thing, right?
I'm going to try some other dice here.
Because you want to pick a window that's like, there's nobody in here.
Right, we're going to look in. We're not going to see anyone.
Some random room.
Oh, that's
7 plus 1 is 8, I believe.
7 plus 1 is 8, I believe.
I mean, I know it is 8. I believe I have a plus 1.
Yeah, you're okay. You definitely get into the room you want to get into, but it's one of those things like, I don't know if this window could have been security monitored too. You're
supposed to cut the security wire. I told you to cut.
You were kind of like looking for
security wire.
You didn't like.
Look, we're in a rush. If we get there, security's not going to matter.
Can you hear?
I think we're going to
you don't hear anything. So you guys are in some just random office room.
on the 3rd floor.
Yep.
Okay.
So we have to get from here up to the roof.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see, you can kind of pick up off to one side of this floor. You can probably sense like the VIP lounge is over there, but and there's people in there, and there's like some nice classical music playing. It's very low. Yeah, that's classical music.
There's Beethoven right there.
I actually have a buddy that did a good version of Moonlight Sonata, like that, kind of like that version though.
Extended advance remix
Yeah,
of
put it on
Moonlight
later.
Sonata. Cool.
Don't have to worry about copyright infringement or anything.
So let's go. Let's get out of this office and
So you got to make
find
your way.
the roof access.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to use. It's definitely an elevator this time to get up to the roof.
Okay.
So that would definitely be. You're gonna have to try to bypass some security when you get in there.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Let's do it. Which security? Is it people security?
No, it's like electronic security.
All right, I can do this.
Because usually we have to put in some kind of code to get to the top. So you can either
Right.
use some skills, rewire
I'm
something.
gonna do it. I'm gonna poke at the panel until something starts working.
Well, you can
Because I
try
know
to do.
I've had to get into places before. We get into big pharmacy companies and what have you with access codes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could also see about getting Y to help, see if she can hack in here, help us get up.
So there's that. You could also use. So the thermals will give you a little bit. You can kind of see where people press which buttons, but you don't know what order.
Right.
So you know, like, well, okay, these numbers are used. These numbers are not used. I don't know what the order is, but I know these are the numbers. So that might be something like, I could pass this to that or so, whatever, and you could try to
Yeah, let's do that.
to make it faster.
All right.
Let's do that, and you figure out what numbers are pressed, and I'm going to comm link into that and see if she can.
I'm gonna use
put
these
her on
dice
standby.
again. Probably regret it, but let's find out what happens.
Y, I'm going to need you on standby for the next hour. You ready?
There we go. There's 10 on the die.
So what was this roll for?
This was to know.
This
what
role
the
was
right
to get out of the
numbers
building,
are.
find the girl, get her to the hospital. And
Well, no,
We need to get past the security, so I'm making sure I know all the right numbers. He was going to find out.
So you got
what
that.
order.
You got that fine. So you're comm linking a vet.
Yeah.
You notice though that you got one of the Tweedledee or Tweedledums coming down the hall this way. So
Okay.
you're gonna have to interfere. You're gonna have to buy him time.
Okay.
so I'm giving these numbers to Yvette.
Yeah, she's gonna try to just.
Like, I need the access code now.
She'll tell you to, you're gonna have to. I hate to do this to you. You're gonna have to data jack in. I'll just feed it through your head. So it's gonna feel pretty weird, man.
Do what you have to do.
I'm going to try to distract him with the old tactic of throwing something in the opposite direction.
So you know he's coming. Like you don't see him, right?
Yeah.
But you notice because your ultrasound, like big dude's coming down a hallway.
And I'm just going to try and toss something over his head so it lands behind him.
Right, but you can't see. He's around the corner, so you would have to go. You would have to put yourself in visual view of him.
As little as possible, but
So you're kind of going to lean around the corner.
Yeah, exactly. I just want. Hopefully he doesn't.
Did you have any grenades on you?
No.
Okay.
Why don't you shoot him in the forehead when he turns around the corner, man?
Because one shot to these guys' heads hasn't done anything.
That's true.
To the other guys, I should say. But I'm not ready to just blast open fire right here either and call a whole lot more attention. If we can just distract them long enough to get the doors closed so we can get up to the roof, that's all I'm looking for.
Right.
Now, if he doesn't fall for it, sure, I can open up with the submachine gun.
You'd be like, hey, there's an all-you-can-eat buffet right behind you. But look.
But if he sees me, then he knows that it's BS. So the idea, I want to distract him without him actually knowing it's me, if possible. That's what I'm shooting for.
All right.
So you're blindly just tossing something down.
Not completely blindly, because with my ultrasonic hearing, I know what the shape of the area is over there.
Right, but I mean...
I just want to get over his head, so he might not even notice.
Right, but so if he's coming down the hall, so say like the end of the Mac over there is the edge of the hallway. Yeah. He would see your arm stick out and throw something.
But as long as he's paying attention, Right.
Okay. Yeah. So you're hoping
he might be listening to music.
You're hoping he's like, was that a grenade? Is that what you're hoping for?
I'm hoping. What I'm hoping is he just hears a noise behind him and turns around.
Well, he's probably going to see like part of your arm stick out.
He might. I'm going to try and do it so he doesn't.
Okay, that would be the role.
Yeah, right. And that's what I'm shooting. That's really what I'm shooting.
I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page.
And it's just like I want to throw something behind him so he hears a noise and turns around and investigate the noise. Yeah. That's the whole idea.
Right. What are you throwing anyway?
A bullet or something.
Okay. Yeah. One of those for your number is pretty big. Okay.
Eep. Oh, that's a 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's make it happen.
All right. So you do it, and he catches it midair.
What a dick.
And he whips it. So you're going to defy danger to just get out of the way of your bullet getting thrown across that. It looks like he's almost thrown, like the way he's thrown it, he's like throwing it right through the wall where you'd be standing.
Outstanding. That'd be 8, 9.
Okay, like you see like part of your bullet come through the wall and just kind of like you're able to get out of the way enough and just kind of like flops on the ground.
Okay.
But you know he's now sped up to run down the hall and come to you.
Open the damn door. All
right, so that feeds everything in. You kind of get like out of whack for a little bit. You guys are still kind of feeling weird because of the drugs. Mm-hmm. So she feeds it in and gets the access so you could get up to like press whatever floors you want and get access. But you notice like some dude come around the hallway to pound it.
Can we get the door closed before he gets in?
No, he can because he's right in there, but you're at the edge of the hallway.
Okay.
So you're going to have to either you could just I'm just going to run for it.
I'm going to
or deal with him, or
Well, I'm going to run for it while holding my submachine gun behind me and squeezing the trigger.
All right.
Right. I mean, this dude must be super cybered up if he caught.
Oh, he's big time cybered.
I'd like to at least slow him down.
I mean, he looks human, but he's probably barely human.
Right, barely. So, can I slow him down? Can I? That's 8, 9.
I will say he doesn't care about he doesn't give a crap. But he looks like he's able to get you like a punch in the back of the head, so you're just going to take a D6 of damage as you get tossed into the elevator.
All right. That's not a good number. See, now that's way more than the wounds I had left.
Yeah.
3, 4, now that's a 5th. So the last one is at the end of the wound chart.
Now, do you have a thing? I thought the mercenary had something where they could go to 9 or something.
I had the laced bones thing.
Yeah, I want to say they gave you could.
Didn't I have some armor? I didn't even think about the armor. Yeah, I have 2 armor. So I didn't even think about the armor last time. So with the armor last time and this time,
is the armor on your head?
It was the leather jacket.
Yeah, it's on there.
All right. So then, what was the bone lacing?
That was. I should say what it is. If you want to check what bone lacing is.
I think it's underneath my mercenary doohickey thingy here.
Bone lacing.
I can't remember what it gives you.
When you make an unarmed attack, you deal lethal damage.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
That's what it was.
Additionally,
Okay.
you take a +1 to gut checks.
Yeah.
That's good. That'll help you out if you're at the 8.
Oh, I'm there now then.
All right.
Yeah.
So you gotta make
So
it.
what? How do we do that? That's a new thing now because I got beat up enough.
So he gets tossed. He gets punched into the elevator.
Yeah.
You close the door, and you guys start going up to the.
Yeah.
When you check off your 8th wound box, roll plus
There.
steady. On a 10+, you stay on your feet. And if the damage you just received would take you beyond 8 boxes, ignore any excess. On a 7 and 9 is above, but choose 2.
But choose
2 of the following 3 things. And on a failure, you collapse unconscious. You were taken down.
There was something. Maybe it wasn't the mercenary.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with the whole gut check. And I think, yeah, this is what I'm looking at here. You know what? I'm supposed to be taking another +1 when I stay frosty too, but I don't think that's mattered yet. All right, here we go. There's my gut check, and it's plus what? Plus nothing? Well, plus steady. Okay.
Well, I thought you get the bonus to your.
I got +1.
Yeah.
And let's see. So that's a 7. On a 7 and 9, I have to choose 2 of these things. I don't think I want to pass out. So I'm going to have to take the first and the last. So I'm going to take a -2 ongoing to all moves.
Okay.
And I'm making it worse. Anyone who tries to help me with first aid takes a -1.
He's like, get away from me.
I'm making it worse. All right.
He's trying to be a tough ass, basically.
Right.
He's trying to be a tough ass. He's wanting to know. So he's like real wobbly.
It's not that bad.
He's bleeding out. He's bleeding out the back. It's like
Just
coming
a
out his
flesh
jacket.
wound.
It's
Yeah.
just a flesh wound.
So you get to the top of the elevator shaft, opens up. Now it seems like the snow dissipated, but it's like almost freezing rain coming down. And you kind of see like towards the end of the, not the end, but like in the middle of the rooftop, like it would be like almost like a mirage. Like the rain looks weird, and you could feel some heat, and you hear that guy's voice again, and you see the white rabbit pop in your head. Quickly, run straight, run.
Bloody white rabbit.
Yeah, forward now, go, move.
Go, run, forward.
And when you guys get maybe like halfway there, you see a door kind of like appear out of nowhere, and it looks like you can see like the inside of an AV. But like the rest of the AV looks like it's
stealth.
So it's like self-camouflage or invisible. Or...
Nice. Okay. In. Go. I'm sure they have first aid.
You would hope so. They got an AV that nice.
I just want
got some good shit.
to flop inside.
Yeah.
Let the doors close and say, I'm too old for this shit.
You kind of hear a voice, man, I heard you were dead.
I am dead.
And then the AV's like, it just keeps going up and up and up, and like this like speed, it keeps going faster and faster, like straight up, until you almost get into like a suborbital, suborbit, like low orbit. That's how fast and high it goes. What are we on in time?
48.
Yep.
Not too bad. So inside the AV, you see a guy that looks like the dude, well, that you recognize from the club, like the Ray Fiennes looking dude.
Okay, yep.
And across from him with they both have like it looks like a glass of brandy or something, and like cigars going. And the other guy kind of looks like what Mel Gibson looks now, the shorter grayish pepper gray hair with the beard, and he looks super beefed up, almost like Hugh Jackman from the Wolverine film. Like he's super beefed, but both wearing super nice suits. And chances are you could almost sense that the Mel Gibson looking dude looks pretty cybered up. The other guy looks like almost no cyber, but something's off. Like a Ray Fiennes guy, I don't think he has any cyber at all, but something doesn't look right.
Well, he's talking in my head, so
Something looks odd.
there is something odd for sure. I don't know. Plop down like I'm not bleeding and dying.
Just the Ray Fiennes. See the one guy goes. He kind of like you hear him kind of just go, "Hey, we need some med equipment in here."
Dan, no rush. Get me a glass.
So the glass just kind of floats out to you.
All right. I grab it and.
Which you see this like it's got the brandy in this like
Right.
what the fuck. And the other guy just looks like that's normal for this dude.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not going to be fazed by anything because I think everything is blurry and spinning right now anyway. That's why I'm going to treat it.
I think X would ask where Cassidy is.
She was sold to that Arasaka fuck Z, I think his name is.
Arasaka, huh?
Which I think look, we don't want to get involved too much, but we had to get ourselves involved because we can't have certain pieces of information out into the wild like this. So we're going to give you guys a couple options since you guys are already in it. And
I'm in it. Give me another drink.
And we don't want to. This is the Mel Gibson guy talking. I don't want to waste too much of my time on this, and I'm not going to toss any money. And I could probably just throw you guys in a room and lock you guys in a room and throw away the room from what's been going on, which is bullshit. But my friend here, we'll just call him a White Rabbit for now.
He's a good guy.
Well, we try to be good guys, right? We want to make things better for this world, even though there's a bunch of look, it is what it is, right? Corporations, they could be neither good or bad. We try to make them good, but sometimes it doesn't go that way. So right now, what we need you to do is stay on mission.
Stop rolling so bad.
And we don't care about the girl, but the information in that unborn child is of vital importance. Now, either you could do this is what we're telling you to do. You could retrieve information and get it to us, because information like that, the world is not ready to know. And if that gets out, even though those people are a bunch of shitbirds, they will be dealt with eventually. But we cannot have that information get out. What would happen to global economy? This would ruin governments, global economies, everything. It would be very bad. If people found out that human beings were being replaced by androids, and we're not even sure, the biggest piece is like, we're not sure if they're completely androids. Now, we're very close to completely getting viable human clones. But we're not sure if they're human clones and then brain danced to have cybernetic brain or what. We need to find out the information. So either, I would like to get the information.
You mean the DNA?
Yeah, I would like that information. Now, we don't have enough time to pull it out ourselves because we don't have the technology to do that. Eventually, we will be able to do that if we had more time, but we're running out of time. So whatever device they are going to use to extract the information, you either let that happen and get that info to us, or you destroy it. I know that sounds bad, because nobody wants to kill kids or teens or whatever. But that's the way it's going to work. Now, I can either destroy a whole building where these people are, or just an AV if they take off someplace, or just a person, but we'd rather you guys pull the information and get it to us.
So he's asking us essentially for the opposite of what Sheila asked us for, right? She wants us to get it delivered. And they
So I don't know how much you know about your little teenage friend.
Very little.
She is a member of the Veer Society, which I don't necessarily have any problems with. I understand people are down with cybernetics and blah, 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 blah. They want to be more natural. I get it. But come on, we've been sticking implants in people since what?
Yesterday.
60s, 70s, whatever.
Yeah.
Even if it's small-time stuff, right? You know, people fixing teeth back in the day, or heart transplants. This is nothing new. So look. Not that I have anything against Fear Side, that's cool. Whatever. But when you start hurting innocent people, that's not cool. Now, granted, they didn't necessarily detonate the device. We detonated it on purpose because we didn't want it to go where we thought it was going to go and then get detonated there. So we took it out early. That sucks that we killed a whole band of British dudes, but I don't really give a shit about that. So
Screw the British.
It's up to you guys. We're not forcing you guys to do this, but it will save lives, because if I have to take out an entire city block, we'll do it. But we don't want it to get that nasty. So I'm waiting on my buddy here to get some information, get some comms, to see if we can find out, pinpoint where they're going to go, and then we can just drop you guys in and take care of business. One of the people, another guy comes out of another room in this AV and starts going to work on you, like, I'm trying to pick you up.
Cool. Maybe I'll be more coherent in a few minutes.
Yeah. And they'll try to do something. They'll inject you with something, too, to take care of the drugs. So you're all out of whack.
Bah. Another drink.
So they detonated the device.
So
it didn't go where it was supposed to go. Where was it supposed to go?
I'm not sure, but they were going to use it, obviously. Hey, if you don't do this, we're going to, who knows what they're going to blow up. So we purposely hacked it to detonate it early, where it was. I don't mind EMPing like part of the U.S. for a little bit of time. We can take care of that later. I don't want to like take out a whole city because these assholes think they're doing the right thing. And then the other guy, the White Rabbit dude's like, all right, they're heading to the Cathedral Learning for Navy pickup. So the Cathedral Learning is probably a couple blocks from where you guys were at in the club. We're not going to land there. We'll just drop you guys out. You can Halo jump down. don't think it should be a problem for you.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mr. Bergman.
Yes.
You've done this before.
Yes.
High altitude, low opening.
And we'll give you, I don't know if you've ever done anything like this, but it should be a lot of fun. You're into that kind of thing, right?
I am a bit of an adrenaline junkie.
Into that kind of thing.
I mean,
it's up to you guys. We're not going to tell you what to do, but if you want to be on the right side of history, I know that sounds crazy for me to say something like that, but I'm asking you to help us out a little bit so I don't have to annihilate half a city block or more.
we're not going to get paid by Sheila.
Yeah, I doubt. Like, you're still going to have to get the girl, or at least the baby, something, and still get them to the University of Pittsburgh to deal with these Beer Society fucks. Because they're the only ones right now that can extract the information in the short amount of time we have left.
Okay.
Now, my buddy here could do it if he had more time. We just don't have the time.
So we can still do what we're supposed to do, and then we just have to decide what to do after that.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Can you get us?
Yeah,
Well, we got to get her to the hospital. We don't have her, right?
No, you got to get her.
Yeah.
Now, you guys are just blocks away from the university.
Right.
Yeah, and you guys, we already have people out there. They'll let you in.
Right.
But then whenever you get the information, you're going to have to, we can't have Beer Society like broadcasting that. That's no bueno.
Okay.
No bueno, senor.
So do we figure out a plan on the way?
Yeah. I think so.
If we're running short on time.
Literally.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump. How many heals I got?
All of them.
Really?
Yep.
So I'm like all normal now?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it was even, they had like the white rabbit dude came over to you
Yeah.
and like kind of put his hand on you, and you felt like almost like little
He's a
things going
cyber paladin.
into you. Like, it was kind of
Yeah.
weird. Yeah. Real weird.
Cool. I got nano healed.
Anti-veer cleric.
So they kind of get over to like where you guys need to drop from, and the door opens up, and like the white rabbit's like, "All right, man, I'll see you later."
See you later,
He
buddy.
just jumps out with no gear, nothing, just like Neo.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I don't mind him. He's from around here, but not from around here. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of weird.
Well, strap on a chute. I don't know what it would be called at this point.
Yeah, they give you all the gear required, and it's all digitized, and you know when it's going to open and all that stuff.
Why don't you roll a defy danger, get a 3, and splat onto the ground?
No, I refuse.
Actually,
That is
we're
not-
going to have to roll when he roll. This is just to like make sure you hit the target, because you're going to want to land.
So if this is a stay frosty, then I got a tap.
Yeah.
All right.
So he's gonna land unless you decide not to. You can see that he is going off course. That he's unable to control it. Now he's gonna land safely, but he's gonna be ground floor and have to go all the way to the top of the cathedral learning. You could, if you choose, land on top where you know the AV is gonna pick up Z and his group of punks and like the teen chick.
Can I try and grab him?
You can try to get to him, but you're not going to be able to right yourself to get to where you need to go. So you're going to choose either to separate yourself or write it down and try to get up to the top, which is just a time thing.
I'm not going to split the party at this point because we only have 2.
So you're just going down. All right, we'll cut it there then.
Damn it, can't you hit the damn target?
I've never done this
Stay on
before.
target.
What do you mean you've never done this before?
I mean, the thing kind of opens by itself and try, It's almost impossible to wreck yourself.
Well, I guess in the meantime, then we can say
See.
bye.
The preceding podcast was brought to you by One Joe Young. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.